What you got?
These are my muck boots. I've had them for about 5 years, but lately every time I go out, my feet get wet for some reason or another. I don't know why. So,
Sorry.
I think they've lived a very good life. They've been awesome boots. So it was time. They needed to be retired, and guess what I got?
What?
The exact same thing. Because they're so good. I love them. I love these things. So these are just the mid-length chore boots from the Muck Boot Company, and they're my favorite boots, so I got them again.
Ollie wants to try your boots on.
Parrot.
Oh, he'd be a puss in boots.
Let's try it.
All right, try them on, Ollie. Oh, yes. No, wait, put your feet inside. Inside. He's like, no. Oh, it's a puss in boots. You're so cute. He's like, what on earth?
What's going on in here? He does not look too happy about
No.
that. There they are. Exact same boot, but much less holes.
Nice. Those ones will keep your feet dry for sure.
Yep. We literally have snow up to our windows now from everything coming off the roof. It's nuts.
Are you trying to get out?
Snow. Apparently the roof warmed up enough today that the roof slid everything off, so we have about four and a half feet of snow that we got piled up around the front of the cabin now. Anyhow, so Dee Dee shoveled the path while I was gone, because apparently the cats were she couldn't figure out why the cats were trying to figure out how to get back in. As you can tell, if this was all across here, the cats would have a hard time climbing over that. So she was looking out and she's like, why aren't the cats were kind of circling the house, like trying to figure out how to get in. And that was the reason why, because the rest of the roof slid off and they couldn't get up and over the pile. So anyhow, we currently have a tunnel to get into our house. I think the snow is kind of done for now. We'll see. We're supposed to get a little bit of snow, 1 to 3 inches, I think, for the next few days, and we'll see. But I think we're pretty much done with it for now. Well, we got a trucker that's slid halfway into the road on some ice, so I'm gonna go fire up the tractor and go get him unstuck so we can get back on the highway and pull off in a better spot.
Yeah.
So, yeah. He's in a bad way right there, so we'll see. He was trying to get back on the highway, just kept sliding further over into the bank with the ice, so go clear a spot for him so he can actually get back on, and then he should be good.
I came out up over the top and I saw him across the highway. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, he slid even further back when he was trying to get out. So.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, well, we'll clean up a little bit more and I'll hang tight. This highway is maintained by the Oregon Department of Transportation. However, this pullout that's at the top of our driveway is a large pullout, and it's often being used by large trucks and cars to take off chains or put chains on. And for that reason, the plows are not always able to get over and keep this spot maintained. So as you can see, the pullout becomes quite a mess. It's an accumulation of days worth of snow and melt and slush and ice. And so sometimes it becomes necessary for us to pitch in and help maintain it. Now our neighbor has a nice setup. He has a Suburban with a V plow attached to the front. So he's able to do a lot of the heavy lifting and snow removal that our tractor just won't be able to do. However, Robert is able to get into the smaller areas and kind of do more of the detailed work. So this large berm is what's created when the snowplow comes through. You can see this is a lot of snow, and we are not at all trying to remove all of this. That would just be impossible. But our driveway enters and exits the highway right behind where I was standing to film this. So really what we're just trying to accomplish is moving enough snow to make it safe for us to enter and exit the highway onto our driveway, and to clean up the pullout a little bit to make it safe for people as they pull off of the highway to add or remove chains.
We didn't get a ton of footage while we were up there working. I'll just kind of explain what happened. We had gone to town, and there was a trucker that was pulled off into the pullout by our house, and he was like right at the edge of the highway. Well, he was stuck. We didn't realize at the time when we left. We thought he was just chaining up. When we came back, he was across one lane of traffic. It was all backed up. Everybody was having to wait and go around when they could. So I stopped to talk to him. There were a couple people trying to help. I said, okay, I'll go get my tractor. We'll head up and help dig you out. By the time I got back up there, like 5 minutes later with my tractor, he was across both lanes, completely blocking the highway. Yeah, so the truck driver was new to running in ice and snow, and he had tried to get off the road and ended up slid against the snowbank on the side, trying to get forward, but he actually just kind of kept sliding over and back and then like sideways across the highway. So he was trying to get forward to get out of the way, and it just went sideways on him, unfortunately. And so there was a bunch of people with shovels and me with a tractor trying to get him out and unstuck. So got him dug out. Somebody hooked up with a Dodge 3500 and was able to give him just enough tug to where he could get going and get out of the road. So a pull-out area up there was an absolute mess. People have been stopping and chaining up, and the plow hadn't been able to get in there and clear it. So myself and our neighbor were up trying to help, and we got that all cleared out. So anyhow, it was a little bit of a wild afternoon that we weren't quite expecting, but spent 2 or 3 hours helping the guy. The poor trucker was from Texas. He said they told me stories about coming to Oregon and going through the mountains. So he hadn't put on chains before, so we walked him through how to put his chains on and got him up and rolling. So super nice guy. We had a good time, and Dee Dee's from Texas, and he knew right where she was born and raised, so it was kind of funny. But yeah, a little different weather going through the mountains here in Oregon than the flatlands of Texas.